Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Neek and this is Angelic Light. It's been a minute. I have been being divinely guided to get more consistent with reading, so I'm going to be doing my best to get on a consistent sort of schedule. I don't know what that schedule is going to look like as of yet, but I'm just kind of doing it intuitively. So I'm going to start with today. I don't know what this reading is going to be about. I'm just going to pull from the decks I feel guided to pull from, and whatever comes out, then hopefully that would be your message, okay? Remember to don't force anything to fit. Okay, and let's see what comes out for you today. I hope everybody has been doing well. I have been doing well. I have been really being hit with some rebirths. Some intense rebirths. I just intense. So let me know if you've been feeling it too. If you've gone through a major transition recently or transformation rebirth recently, because I have, and I'm still in the process of it, but it has been probably the most intense rebirth I've gone through thus far. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you can relate. So Spirit, what empath oracle card do you have for the collective today? Okay. Your empath oracle card is watch for the cosmic wink. Magic comes when spirit winks at us. Stay aware of synchronicities that provide unexpected answers. Positive forces are always at play in your life. Okay, so your spiritual team may be trying to send you messages, maybe trying to communicate with you. So make sure that you're staying aware. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to any signs. Just keep an eye out. Of course, don't go kind of like, seeking them out obsessively, but just keep your eye open. Your third eye, keep it open. Okay, keep it clear as well. I just heard that. So anything that you may be indulging in at this time that can block your senses, that can block your connection to the divine, or can kind of block you from receiving that guidance. I'm being led to just kind of speak about that for you to, I heard balance, find balance with that, or to completely remove it, from your life at this time. Take a break. I heard that. So just place that however it applies to you, okay? Okay, and then your angel number is 0909, new beginnings. Great chance, opportunity, courage, accomplishment, endings, conclusion, big love. Look out for an opportunity that might be a game changer. You are completing something major. It feels good to level up, huh? Close the old chapter. A new adventure will unravel. So, I mean, that kind of is something. I was just talking about transformations and rebirth. So, that may be what this reading is going to be about, because that angel number, new beginnings, is talking about opportunities coming into your life that may be a game changer. New adventure awaits, letting go, closing old doors or old chapters to open up new chapters. So that is definitely giving rebirth energy. So yeah, that's what it seems like these messages are leading to is about rebirth. Somebody may have gone through some sort of transformation recently, or is still in the process of doing so, or maybe going through it in the near future. So just take it how it applies. Also, keep in mind that time doesn't exist at the level of energy, y'all. So just because something doesn't resonate today does not mean it won't resonate in the future. Also, what I discuss or what comes up, the messages that come out, may be past messages for someone. It may be future messages for another, and it may be present for another. Okay, so that's why I always say just take it however it applies to you. Just don't force anything to fit ever. Okay. And then what stress relief, self-care card do you have for the collective, Spirit? Okay. Mountain meditation. And the objective is gaining strength. Imagine yourself sitting atop a mountain, and take a nice deep breath in. Notice how majestic you feel. Breathe in the powerful energy. Feel the energy of the mountain moving through you. Open your mind. Take in everything. Observe the mountain and notice what you see, sense, or feel. What can you learn from the mountain? Make a pact to be stable yet flexible as you move through the different seasons of life. This is all seeming to connect. So it's something about letting something go, moving on, moving past something of your past, or something that is now needing to be a part of your past that you may not be willingly letting go of at this time. For some of you, it may be something that is challenging for you to let go of. I heard addiction, so that may be also being connected, because that's what I was getting with the angel number. When I was talking about that I had just got a download for someone about kind of balancing something out, taking a break from something, or completely cutting out of your life because it may be holding you back, or it may also be blocking your receptivity to messages from your spiritual team. So I don't know, that seems all connected. So it may be something that some of you may be holding on to at this time that you're having a hard time letting go of. You may know that it's something that is time for you to let go of, but you just having a hard time. And that's why this card is coming out. The mountain meditation, for you to kind of imagine yourself or embodying the energy of a mountain. A mountain is strong, it's stable, it's balanced, but it also changes. Mountains change, sometimes rocks fall from it. So it sometimes, it shifts, like pieces of it may chip off, may fall off. And I'm just getting, even from talking about pieces of the mountain falling off, falling away, I'm getting that is in relation to your current circumstance as well. Something needs to fall away. Like you are the mountain, and a part of you needs to fall away. A part of something that you're holding on to. We're going to dig deeper though. But your affirmation card is a new opening. When one door closes, I am confident another will open, and it will be for my betterment. I accept that life brings challenges and acknowledge the opportunity and learning they present to me. Serenity comes from within. Yeah, so it's something. New opening, new beginnings, keeping your eye out for the signs, being stable yet flexible. Basically surrendering to change, being open to change, not resisting change, because I just heard change is happening. And it's so interesting because these have been some messages that have been coming out for myself, because I read for myself even when I'm not posting on here. Why did I put this guy? Yeah, even when I'm not posting on here, I do readings for myself. So these messages have also been coming out for me. So I don't know, this may be a deep collective thing here, collective message, but it's just about new beginnings, new openings, changes that you would do well to accept and surrender to, and not to resist, because the changes are going to happen whether you resist them or not. They're going to happen whether you resist them or not. But when you resist them, you just make it more exhausting and more trying on yourself. And you resisting can also delay your progress as well. So yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So now I'm trying to see which, I'm actually being guided to start off with the Yin Yang Oracle deck. It's time for me to get some more cards. I have been looking at some decks, or I have been interested in purchasing some decks from some readers that I've seen. So that will be happening in due time. But for now, I will be using the Yin Yang Oracle to dig a little deeper into these messages. So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? Look at split, cycles, change, completion. Look at butterfly, rebirth. We're talking about rebirth here. Self-care energy. Spirit is wanting you to take care of yourself during this. My words are so jumbled. Look, another split, transformation. I'm telling you, this is about. Let me adjust this light. This is about transformation. Somebody's transformation, somebody's rebirth is intense. And I'm telling you, this message is for me too. Because I just said in the beginning of the reading, I'm in the process of going through a very, very intense transformation. And I have been being guided to surrender to it as well, because I have subconsciously been resisting it in some instances. So I have been made aware of that to surrender to it, because I'm just making it harder on myself when I resist. Okay. So look, avoidance. Who out here? Y'all doing it too? Y'all have been doing it too. Somebody doing it too. So yeah, that spirit is just wanting release. I'm telling you, spirit on ass. Spirit is on ass, okay? Spirit on my ass, spirit on your ass, okay? You gotta release, surrender, purge at this time. Surrender to the changes, surrender to the transformation. Yep, shadow side, shadow. Dark night of the soul. All rebirth messages, change, courage. Another split. All rebirth messages, y'all. So you may be purging out certain cycles, certain habits, certain beliefs, certain ways of thinking, certain ways of being. You may be purging that out so that you can level up. Okay, so what you got, spirit? Trust divine time. Cycles completion came out. Yeah, spirit is saying just trust it. Trust this transformation. You know, you are safe to surrender into it. I don't know, I'm getting the pull to mention that, feeling safe. Ace water. You may be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or a water sign may be significant. You may have it in your birth chart somewhere. And I'm actually a water sign. Then this message is kind of personal. Yeah, it ain't even kind of personal. It is. Oh man, but yeah, spirit is just wanting you to surrender, to trust in the universe, to trust in your higher self, your higher power, whatever higher power you believe in, to trust in that. You know, that you are protected, that you are carried, that this transformation is for the better. You have nothing to fear. Higher self activation. For those of you who have this transformation has been feeling extremely intense for, it's because you're going through, you're stepping into your higher self. You're stepping into this version of you that may be completely opposite of who you've been, or who you've been accustomed to being, or the character you've been accustomed to playing. This harmony triggers conflict. What's this, spirit? This harmony trigger conflicts. North Node. Look, purpose. You are stepping into your purpose. And so that's why that self-care card showed too. Spirit is wanting you to be gentle with yourself at this time, be patient with yourself at this time, and take care of yourself. Listen to your body, listen to your needs. If you need more rest at this time, I just heard that. Some of you may be more tired than you usually are. And that's because your body is trying to keep up with the growth of your spirit, or trying to catch up to that. You know, the body is more delayed. It moves slower than the spirit does. You know, so it's needing some time to catch up. So rest and rejuvenation. I just heard that. So again, if you are resting more than normal, of course, I'm not a doctor. This is not medical advice or anything like that. So please don't take it that way. If you have health concerns, always consult with a professional regarding that. But I am hearing that if you have been feeling more tired than normal, it is just because you're going through this activation. You're going through this major shift, major transition. And so your body needs time to catch up, and it needs time to rest as well. So if you are feeling tired, rest more. If you are feeling, some of you may be more hungry than normal or less hungry, and maybe either or. Make sure you are taking care of yourself, drinking your water. I heard that. I also heard electrolytes. So keep up with all of that, your health and everything, but just make sure you're honoring your body, mind, and spirit at this time, and your emotions, okay? I heard that some of you may be extremely emotional, more emotional than usual. And so, yeah, just be very patient and kind with yourself at this time, the way you would somebody that you love and care for. Treat yourself that way as well at this time, okay? Renewal, spark, deception, temptation. I want to look into that. But you will be getting your spark back. For those of you who feel like you have lost your spark, because I'm hearing that some of you may feel like you may feel lost. You may feel like you don't know who you are or what's happening. I heard that. Like you may be in a state of confusion because what you're feeling is unusual, or the intensity is unusual. You may be feeling less motivated. You may be feeling creative blocks. I heard that for somebody. But what Spirit is saying with this renewal spark is that your spark will come back. Just surrender to this transformation. Do what you need to do. Take it one day at a time, one step at a time. Yeah. Because this is what your divine feminine energy. Thoughts isolating. You may be overthinking at this time. You're healing though. Your inner child is healing. I heard broke a curse. There's some sort of major curse, maybe for some of you within your bloodline that you broke. Okay. But that spark will return. For those of you who feel like you have lost it, it will return. You got to trust the process. It's a little blurry and uncertain at this time, but you have to make peace. You have to make peace with the uncertainty. Okay? Because some of you are in your head a lot and you're overthinking. And at this time, keep in mind that the thoughts that you repeatedly think, that you repeatedly pay attention to, because your energy is your currency. That's why you pay attention. So the thoughts that you pay the most attention to, the thoughts that you recycle the most in your mind, that you ponder on, that you fantasize about, whatever the case is, that is what you're manifesting into your reality. So just be very careful about the thoughts that you're entertaining at this time, because your thoughts may be running and they may be negative thoughts, so to speak, that are coming up for you because of the uncertainty that you're feeling and because of the intensity of your transition right now. But what you're feeling is just is part of the process. So you got to trust it. Okay. Just don't let your thoughts get ahead of you. Okay. What else, Spirit? Okay. These fell on the floor. I'm going to take them. But dreams messages told you pay attention to your dreams. Your spiritual team may be trying to reach you through dreams. Some of you get messages typically through dreams, and you may not have been dreaming as much lately, or you may not have been able to remember your dreams lately. And again, that goes back to what I said. Some of you may be overindulging in something, whether it's substances, whether it's, hobbies, whether it's, not spending enough time alone, when you're just constantly surrounded by people, you're constantly on the move, on the go. Regardless of what it is for you, this is no judgment free zone here. Okay. None of us are perfect. Okay. We all have our shit. We all struggle with something. Okay. So it's no judgment, whatever your struggle is, but Spirit is wanting you to take a moment, to take a break from whatever this is that may be blocking you from receiving these messages. Separation, longing. And that goes with that. What I just said with, taking a break, separating yourself from whatever this is. So if you not spending enough time in solitude applies to you, you constantly being surrounded by people, constantly going out, constantly keeping yourself busy, and it's a form of kind of distracting yourself or avoiding things that need to be addressed internally. then for you, Spirit is wanting you to take a break from socializing. Spirit is wanting you to take a break from going out with people and making plans with people. That's not to say completely stop, but balance. You need balance here. So you need to balance out how much of your energy you give to others and how much you give to yourself. So for you, Spirit wants you to sit down. Okay. Sit down a little bit. Okay. Take some time to yourself and actually tune into yourself. Sit in silence sometimes. You don't need to constantly be stimulated. I'm being guided to say that to somebody. You don't have to constantly stimulate yourself, whether that's with people, whether that's with entertainment, whether that's with social media, whether that's with alcohol, substances, other substances, whatever it is. You don't have to constantly fill your day up with something every second of your day. You don't have to constantly be on the go or just constantly seeking out stimulation. We are not built for that. We are not made like that. You need that time to yourself. You need time in solitude and silence to quiet your mind. To quiet your mind so that you can actually hear what your spiritual team is trying to relay to you. Especially at this time, because you're going through this major transformation, this major rebirth right now. So it is very important for you to be tapped in. It's very important for you to be connected to your guides at this time so that you can get the messages clearly and so that you're not deceived and confused. Okay? So just take that however that applies to you. Okay? Let's get one more card. We have change, courage. Yeah. You got to make a change. It starts with you. It starts with you. And like I said at this time, yeah, you got it in you. You got everything you need in you. Sun strength empowerment. You have the strength. Everything you need to step into this. Excuse me. To step into your higher self. Everything that you need to close out this cycle and to move into a new one, a more abundant one, a more fulfilling one. You have it all within you. But if you're constantly distracting yourself, if you're constantly keeping yourself busy and keeping yourself stimulated and occupied, when will you have the time to really tune in to know that? To really be confident in that I have everything I need inside of me. The strength I need is inside of me. The wisdom I need, knowledge, information I need is inside of me. The confidence I need is inside of me. The creativity I need is inside of me. The love I need, whatever, is all inside of you. Everything that you need. But you have to tap into that and you have to tune into yourself. You also have to, it's also important to, another reason I know it to be so important to take time in solitude from time to time, especially as a spiritual being. Well, we're all spiritual. But, as the type of being that you are, it's important for you to sit in alone with yourself so that you can tune into your own energy as well, especially if you're an empath, especially if you're a reader of energies or you pick up on external energies easily. It's very important for you to tune into your own energy frequency so that you are aware of what is yours and what is not yours whenever you do encounter external energies, right? That may be dense. Okay, I'll just say it that way. That may be dense or that may be discouraging or distressful. It's important for you to know, to be able to decipher between what's yours and what is not yours. And the only way for you to know that is for you to be aware of your own energy frequency, how your own energy feels, at the core. When you're alone, how does it feel? How does your energy feel? How are your thoughts? You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. So that's another reason it's important to sit with yourself so that you don't go around absorbing the energy of others and then kind of, wearing it like it's your own because you're not even aware that it's not yours, Okay, so let's see. I'm going to use my Light Seers Tarot deck To dig more, I want to look into disharmony, conflict triggers, and deception, temptation. I did get, a little bit of clarity on deception, temptation, but I want to dig deeper. I want to dig deeper into this entire reading. Okay, so Ace of Wands reverse, wanted to flip over again. Like I said, some of you may be feeling uninspired. You may be feeling like you don't have any creative ideas, or you feel creatively blocked at this time. Part of that may be because you are resisting this transformation. So just sit back and relax, kick back, enjoy the ride, y'all. Enjoy the ride, baby, because it's gonna happen whether or not you want it to, whether or not you're ready or you think you're ready. Okay, the Devil at the split, Five of Swords. Yeah, somebody's dealing with, and you know what? With the Five of Swords, I'm getting obsessive thinking. Obsessive thoughts with the Devil and the Five of Swords. Some of you are just really in your head, obsessively thinking, heavily thinking. Let's see. What is the collective in their head about, Spirit? What is the collective in their head about? Why are they overthinking so much? Okay. We have Two of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So you may be in your head about love or some sort of union. Options. Options, feeling confused. What's this? Tell me more, Spirit. Ten of Pentacles. Your finances, your family, wealth, Page of Pentacles. Some of you may be an entrepreneur, so you may have a small business, or you may be in the process of starting a small business, or you may have been being guided to start a small business and you just haven't taken that step yet because you're in your head a lot about it. You're overthinking about whether or not you can do this, about who you can trust working. You're thinking about collaborating with somebody. Somebody is in their head about some sort of collaboration, and it has to do with something that will, for some of you, it has to do with your small business. For others of you, even if it's not a small business, it's something that can bring much wealth to you and your family. But you're in your head about it and you're unsure about it, or this person, or tell me more, Spirit. But confidence, I'm getting heavy on the confidence. Like, yeah, that's why the messages are coming out for you to sit in solitude, y'all, for you to sit with yourself or to take a break from whatever that is. I'm getting substances from many of you, like substances that kind of cloud your thinking, your fog your mind, like you're not clearly focused, Also, when you're under the influence, and you're not feeling very confident as well, that's the easy way for low vibrational energy to seep in. Okay, so like low vibrational energy being these negative thoughts, okay, because these thoughts seem to be obsessive and negative around your finances, around your business, around love. For some of you may feel like you'll never find true love. Some of you feel like you'll never get your business off the ground. It's negative thoughts though. And again, what did I say earlier? Be careful of what thoughts you are entertaining and that you're feeding, because that's what you're manifesting. So if you do not want struggle, do not overthink about struggle. Do not worry about struggle. If you do not want to be in lack, financially, do not overthink about being in lack, not having money, not having what you need. You have to think about what you want more than you think about what you don't want. Think about the desires that you don't think about how it's going to happen. Don't obsessively worry about how it's going to happen. You and the divine are co-creating. You do your part, the divine does their part. Okay? So just trust. Do your part, and part of your part is thinking positively, feeding the thoughts that you want to become a reality for you. You know, pay attention to the thoughts that, you know, you want to manifest. Okay? Because you're just seems very confused right now at this time. Knight of Swords. Yeah. Spirit is wanting you to plan, take your time, don't rush into things. Don't rush to jump to conclusions either. Don't jump to conclusions, because with all this overthinking, you're jumping to conclusions. So if this is applying for you in terms of a small business and you're like, I'm not going, some heard a loan. Some of you may have applied for a loan for your small business and you haven't received any sort of confirmation back about it yet. And you're already, oh my goodness, let me slow down. You're already thinking negatively about the loan. In other words, like, I'm not going to get that loan, or it's probably not going to work out. It won't. I'm here to tell you now, it won't. If you think like that, because we are just conditioned, to immediately think of the worst case scenario, when the best case scenario is just as possible as the worst. But we are so conditioned to think about the worst case immediately, and also to sink into it, to sink into that thought of the worst case, So try to work on shifting your thinking in that way. When you think of something that you want or you desire or that you're working on or whatever the case, when you notice a negative thought come up about that particular thing, like, this will never happen, or I'm not good enough at this, or, when you notice that negative thought, pause, observe that thought, don't absorb that thought. Don't become the thought. Just observe it and then shift your thinking. So say, I just noticed my first thought was, I'm not going to get this loan for my small business. I noticed that. Okay. So now let me switch it. I will get this small loan for my business. Even if I don't get the small loan from this institution, it will work out. I will get a loan from another institution. I will try this institution. Whatever. Switching your thinking. But you have to become aware of the subconscious thoughts that come up for you. You have to be self-aware, okay, in order to reverse that. But it's your thinking. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't jump to assumptions, okay? 8 of Cups here. And also the 6 of Pentacles, which talks about help, assistance. Again, somebody took out a loan or somebody applied for a loan. Baby, you gonna get it. For some of you, 6 of Pentacles, you're gonna get that. You got to walk away from this negative thinking, though. Think that, again, like I said, reverse that thinking. I will get it. It will work out. My business gonna be booming. My clientele is going to increase. My finances are going to overflow. Say it. Say it, think it, believe it. Say it, think it, believe it. Say it, think it, believe it, repeat. Okay? Okay. What else, Spirit? I want to know about this conflict, this harmony, real quick. What's this conflict, this harmony about, Spirit? What's this conflict, this harmony? We have 2 of Swords reversed. So it's something. 2 of Swords reversed. Tell me more, Spirit. I'm getting that it's something that you've been made aware of or that you've opened your eyes to. Tell me more. It's something that you're not confused about, I'm getting anymore. But with that 7 of Cups there, it's like you're, like, something. You already know. You already know the answer, or you already know what you need to do. It's just a matter of you doing that thing. Some of you know what you need to do, the next steps you need to take. Some of you know what's needed from you. You're just struggling to do it. That's why that mountain meditation, gaining strength. Some of you are just struggling with letting go of a particular mindset. I'm getting heavily. a particular set of beliefs, way of thinking. It's like you're used to being in this illusionary energy. 7 of Cups, dreaming, some like dreaming, head in the clouds, kind of escapism. Some of you are used to escapism in one form or the other. It may just be you daydreaming a lot or fantasizing a lot. It may also, again, go back to substances and other things that I talked about earlier to distract yourself and avoid what needs to be addressed. Some of you are used to being in that energy. Some of you are also used to illusions, whether they're illusions created by yourself or illusions that were created by external entities. You're used to illusions, but you transforming into your higher self, stepping into your purpose, you're not. Illusions clear out. They clear out in this energy. As your higher self on this higher timeline, they clear out, and they have cleared out for some of you. But some of you are still choosing to keep your head in the clouds. That's what I'm getting. Some of you are still choosing to keep your head in the clouds. Others of you may not be, but whoever this is for, you are. I'm getting that you are still struggling with getting your head out the clouds, even though whatever you have been seeking, whatever clarity you've been needing, it has been made clear to you. You just not be getting the messages because, again, balance on whatever this is that's blocking you from receiving messages, y'all. Because the messages have been sent to you. That's what I'm hearing. They have been sent to you. Clarity has been sent to you. It's just that for some of you, you have received the clarity and you're just choosing to still stay, under a certain illusion for whatever reason, because of your lack of confidence. I'm getting that too, but also because it comfort zone, you being used to that. Others of you haven't received the messages or the clarity because you have to find balance. You have to quiet your mind first in order to receive that. Okay? So take that however that applies. But what's this Two of Swords reversed? I am getting, though, that the messages have been sent. They would continue to be sent. Or you just ask that they continue to be sent. Continue to, communicate with your spiritual team. If you, some of you haven't in a while. Some of you feel disconnected. I heard that. Some of you feel disconnected from your team, from your guides. It's important for you to go within, take that time to connect with your guides. Light a candle, calling your benevolent ancestors, working together for your highest good. Call them in. Communicate with them. Talk to them. Ask them for help like you would a human, okay? A human that's right in your face to face. Talk to them just like that. I do it, okay? But yeah, you have to connect with your guides at this time. This is a very pivotal moment in your journey, okay? And guidance is very much needed at this time. I get it. But you have to seek it out. King of Pentacles. And then we have 7 of Wands reversed. So lack of boundaries. Either your boundaries are weak at this time, or somebody is pushing your boundaries, or something is pushing your boundaries. But Spirit is wanting you to reestablish strong boundaries. Go back and revisit your boundaries, y'all. With people, places, things, with yourself, Just review. That's why you need this time alone. 4114 was just on a timer. And that's 10. You add those numbers up, that's 10. That's completion. This is the end. But you have to take that time to yourself. You have to quiet your mind, quiet your surroundings if and when you can. Meditate, mantras, affirmations. Connect with your guides, however you do that. With your spiritual team, with your higher power, whatever higher power you believe in. Connect however you do that. And review your boundaries. Review also the progress you have made, how far you have come. It's time to review. I'm getting this is the end of the year review. I just heard that. End of year review. Even though this isn't the end of the year, for real, we know that. But you know what I'm saying. It's the end of the year review for you. Okay, so you have things to review. Your boundaries, your, you know, what you're paying attention to, what you're giving your energy to, and balance. Those are the important things right now. All right. What else, Spirit? Why is the collective struggling with their boundaries at this time? Thank you. You got the Nine of Cups reversed. You're not feeling fulfilled at this time. You're avoiding. That's why some of you are avoiding. You're not feeling fulfilled about something. Rest. You're healing. It's because you're healing. It's hard. It's hard. Healing is hard. Healing is not a piece of cake. Healing is not. And some of you may be feeling like your heart is closing as well, like your heart is closed off. It's because you're healing right now. So in the midst of this healing, for some of you, with the intensity of it, some of you, it may not be as intense, but for those of you who it feels so intense for, you may be feeling, again, it goes back to you feeling lost, like you're in some sort of void, darkness. You don't know which way to go. You don't know what to do. You feel kind of, I just heard, discombobulated, disheveled. And that's why you're not feeling very fulfilled. Like, this doesn't feel good. This transformation isn't feeling good. And that is why some of you have been kind of indulging or overindulging in certain things, certain activities, you know, certain thoughts. You're overindulging in something or someone, just heard that, but is a way to cope. And that's why I say no judgment. I don't judge you, baby. I do not judge you. But if it's holding you back from your highest timeline, if it's holding you back from this beautiful rebirth, I know it doesn't feel beautiful in the moment for some of you, but on the other side, it will feel that way. You will understand why it was so intense. You will understand why you went through everything you went through. It'll all make sense. It'll all add up. But you got to get to the other side first. But that's why I said that patience is needed at this time. Patience is needed with yourself at this time, okay, collective? I know this is a very tough time for a lot of you. I get it. I do. But it's going to be so beautiful on the other side. We're in the at least on where I'm at in America, we're in the winter season. During the winter season, it's like things are dying. The leaves are dying or falling from the trees, you know? The trees are going bare. The grass is, you know, dying. There's nothing growing for real, you know, outside. Everything is cold and frozen over. And I'm getting that some of you feel like that right now. With this Nine of Cups reversed, some of you feel like that. Some of you feel like that in your heart chakra. So I said some of you feel like your heart is closed or closing. But we're in the middle of this winter season where things are dying. They're falling apart. You know, visually they're falling apart. But it's like when spring equinox comes around, when the true new year comes around, what starts happening? Rain starts to fall. Well, the snow melts. The rain starts to fall. It starts to hydrate, you know, the soil. Flowers start to bloom. Grass starts to grow. You know, the leaves grow back on the trees. You know, the birds come back. They fly back from the south. You know, return. You will be returning to yourself. I'm getting after winter. This winter season may be very symbolic for your own winter season internally. You may feel like you're going through a cold winter internally, and that's why you just want to block it out and you just want to distract yourself. But at this time, you know, and that's okay to do sometimes, because sometimes we can be overloaded with information, and it's okay to compartmentalize at times. So my therapist told me, and I was like, what? Because I thought that was so unhealthy. But as she spoke to me more about it, it's true. It's just like you kind of overloading somebody with information that they never heard before, right? It's like so much information. Like for those of you, for us, we're awakened, right? And when we awaken, it's like when we started learning so much, you know, when things started to become very clear for us. And when the illusion started to fall apart, it was like, oh my God, what? Everywhere you turn, illusions were falling apart, you know? And with us being awakened, you know, depending on how long you've been going on this journey, it's like you are at a place where you may have a higher capacity for information now. Um, People, those who are not there yet, you know, at that level with you yet, who have not awakened yet, if you were to try to dump all of this information you done learned, you know, or you done remembered, onto this individual who doesn't have the same capacity as you, it's like that can overload them, right? It can feel like they're drowning in information, and they can overwhelm them. That's the same with rebirths, you know, rebirths and everything else in life, period. You know, the things that we deal with, the traumas, the stress, the worries, the obligations. It's like too much focusing on all of these things all the time, constantly. It's like, no, that will overload you as well. That will overwhelm you as well. That will make you feel like you're drowning as well. That's why balance is so important. But compartmentalizing these things for the moment is okay. It's like sometimes I just don't have the energy or the capacity right now to deal with this. Compartmentalize it, put it away for later. But as long as you return to it, you know, when we compartmentalize certain things, it's like sometimes we can compartmentalize them, put them away for later, and never open that drawer again. We put them in a drawer, close the drawer, lock it, walk away, and we never return to it again. That's what you don't want to do. It's okay to put it away for later, but make sure that you actually return to it later. Okay? But Spirit, what advice do you have for the collective right now during this intense rebirth that they're going through? What advice would you give them to help them through this, Spirit? Yeah, baby, death and rebirth, baby. You doing it. You doing it. We doing it, y'all. We doing it. It's happening whether or not, you know, you surrender to it, whether or not we surrender to it. That's why it's better just to surrender to it. Make it easier on yourself and just surrender. Okay, but what advice do you have for the collective at this time, Spirit, to help them through this rebirth? Knight of Wands. I'm getting just continue to work on your confidence in yourself. Continue to work on, because the Knight of Wands is, they are creative. They are bold. They're courageous. They go after what they want. They're more confident than the pages. So Spirit is wanting you to work on your confidence. Some of you may play music. Some of you may ride horses. Connect with your ancestors as well. I'm getting that from the fire. So again, like I said, light a candle, and you know, because our ancestors are connected to fire. So light a candle and call on your benevolent ancestors, okay? Because not all of your ancestors want what's best for you, babe. Okay, that's something I had to learn as well. Not all of your ancestors are on your side, okay? So just make sure that you're calling in your benevolent ancestors that are working together for your highest good, okay? So connect with your ancestors, connect with your guides, your spiritual team, connect with your creative side as well. Get creative, okay? Music may also be soothing for you at this time. Musical instruments. What else, Spirit? What else? We have Magician, baby. You got everything you need in you. Play around. Play around with your ability to manipulate energy, y'all. And I don't mean that in a malicious, you know, sort of way, of course. But we all have the ability to manipulate energy in our favor. Okay? We all have that ability. You just got to tap into that. So kind of play around. Play around with your own energy, and play around with your ability to manipulate the energy around you to work in your favor. Okay. So part of that, I feel like is connecting to balance. So whatever you need to balance out in your life right now, whatever you need to stop overindulging in, play around with your, you know, energy manipulation in that area. So like if it has to do with substances, and you're struggling with finding a balance with how much you indulge in them, or how many drinks you have and things like that. Kind of play around with that. Like, I don't know, let's say I usually have about 5 drinks per week, kind of see if like maybe I could lower it down to 3. Let's try that. Or let's take away one. Start slow, baby steps. For some of you may need to do that. Instead of just going cold turkey, baby steps, one day at a time, one step at a time. Take away 1 drink. Instead of having 5, have 4, and then see how that goes. And if that don't work out, okay, well, let me try it this way instead of drinking this day and this. However, just play around with it. Find out what works for you. Strength is in you. You have everything you need in you, baby. You have the ability to do it. You have the power in you to, to get a grip on whatever this thing is. Temperance, balance, balance. You just got to find the balance. That's it. Once you find that balance, you'll be good to go. That balance. But look, you see how that angel is behind him? It's like you are protected. You are guided and protected. You just have to connect with your guides. I'm strongly getting that message. Like, some of you have not been connecting. Some of you have not been making time for your guides. You gotta make time for them. Okay? Some of you may be a Leo, a Scorpio, a Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, or a not fire sign. Yeah, or you may be those signs, or you may have them in your chart, or they may be relevant in some way. Any other advice for the collective at this time, Spirit, before I close? Any other advice? Got 5 of Cups. Some of you may be reminiscing like on the past a lot right now as well. Like memories are coming up for you right now. Certain emotions are coming up for you right now. Spirit is wanting you to actually pay attention to those emotions as well. Yep, Queen of Cups just flipped over. Yeah, Spirit is wanting you to pay attention to the emotions that come up. Don't try to push them down. Don't try to avoid them. Don't try to distract yourself from them, because this goes for especially those of you who feel like your heart is closed or is closing. In order for you to step into this higher timeline as your higher self has an open heart. Your higher self is confident in themselves. Your higher self is patient. Your higher self is bold. Okay? Has strong boundaries. So this is what you have to embody. In order for you to open that heart chakra back up, you have to face the emotions that are coming up for you right now during this transition. Don't try to hide from them or push them aside, okay? So get in tune with your emotions at this time. Make time for your emotions. Hold space for them. And release them, okay? It's all part of the process. Anything else, Spirit? This one. I have 3 of Cups reversed. Some of you may be brokenhearted about something, like some sort of heartbreak. It could have been in love or friendship. Spirit is wanting you, and that's for those of you who that's relating to, that may be, I'm getting that's why you may be overindulging in certain things, because this breakup, I'm getting, whether it's a friendship breakup or a romantic breakup, is some sort of breakup, some sort of split, or some sort of disharmony. That's why that was there. In a relationship of some sort, a friendship or a romantic relationship that may be fresh for some of you. Even if it's not fresh, it may be something that you haven't really made time to process. So that may also be playing a part in you overindulging in these things, these activities, these patterns and things like that. It may be hard for you to kind of let go of. It may be hard for you to balance out whatever this area is, because of the pain that you're feeling from this breakup, whatever it consists of, that you haven't faced, but you have to process it. 5 of Cups, you're kind of just sitting in the emotion. Even if they are coming up for you, some of you are just sitting in it and not processing it, not releasing it. Okay, so that's what you have to do for those of you that applies to. You have to actually allow the emotions to come up, acknowledge them, feel them, and release them. Don't hold on to them. Don't linger. But that's what's happening with the healing here. You're healing. Emperor at the bottom. Emperor at the bottom. That's what you're en route to as you heal. One more card, Spirit. I know I said one more already, but one more card of advice for the collective to help them through this transformation. Gratitude. Yeah. Yeah. We let it end it like that. Hold on. They fell on the floor, yeah. But I saw two of them. I didn't know 3 fell. Okay. Look it, baby. Oh, 4 fell. Oh, and look at them, y'all. Look at them. This about to be the thumbnail. Because look at it. Look at it. This is what's happening. Go into solitude, hermit, so that you can get clear messages. You are transcending, baby. You are transforming into your higher self. Guidance is needed at this time. Surrender is needed at this time. Judgment. Okay, you're transforming into this empress. You are transforming into this empress. She is all things. And the emperor, okay, because the emperor was at the bottom. And then 6 of Wands, recognition, spotlight, confidence, wish fulfillment, everything you desire. But this is where you are. This is where you're being guided to go, rather, into hermit mode, into solitude, to tap into your internal, to connect with your guides, your team, to help you and to guide you with the next steps needed to help you during this time. Okay? But you got to seek that out. You got to seek it out. You got to seek out that guidance. You got to make time to connect. And you got to make time for yourself. And I don't mean making time for yourself by going out all the time and hanging out with everybody and, having everybody in your face where you ain't really got to think. You ain't really got to process. You could just be. You know what I'm saying? And I get that. Just be. It's important to just be, but you can also just be in solitude. You got to stop avoiding that. Some of you are avoiding that. And that's only, again, like I said, this rebirth is happening whether or not you surrender to it. So it's going to happen regardless. But again, you resisting it, it does nothing but delay it. It does nothing but delay it. And it just exhausts you. Okay? So those are the messages, y'all. And I know they will reach whoever they were meant to reach. And until the next reading, namaste.